So I'm going to be making a very easy and quick hairstyle. We're diving right into this video. No need for intro or anything like that. Hey you all, welcome back. Okay, that was an intro. Anyways, let us dive right into this video. I started off by moisturizing. You guys know how this works, you know the drill. So I moisturize her hair, brush that out. So after brushing out her hair, I decided to try putting her hair in a bun, and I was shocked that her hair has gotten to that stage. Like, you can actually tie her hair just one in the middle. Look at her smiling. We're both excited, with these changes. Oh my god, it's been a long way coming. So before we started this hairstyle, I assured Adobe, that is my daughter, in case you're new here, Adobe is my daughter. Before we started the hairstyle, I told Adobe that this is a very easy hairstyle. We're not going to take time. And that kept her, should I say, positive. It kept her prepared. Whenever we intend to start off any hairstyle, I always have to assure her, okay, this is not going to take time. I'm going to give you this by the time we are done, so stay cool. So this is like a secret for those of you that always come asking, how do you get her to sit calm? How do you get her not to cry? How do you get her not to be cranky? This is what I do, okay? First of all, I let her know that, okay, this is an easy hairstyle. It's not going to take time. If I have a picture that I'm recreating, I always show her, like, okay, this is what I want to recreate. And whenever she sees the outcome, like she sees the end result, like, she's always excited, looking forward to her own hair looking like that. So if on situations where I have something I'm recreating, if it's not just coming out from my head, like I'm recreating something, I just show her, this is what I am working with, and that keeps her very positive. And I tells her that this doesn't take time. In no time, we're gonna be done. All of those things keeps her positive. And sometimes I tell her, okay, by the time we're done, I'm gonna give you this, I'm gonna give you Coke, I'm gonna give you Fanta. On a normal day, they don't usually take sodas, but once I promise her these things, or even pizza, that keeps her very, very motivated, very, very prepared, and always looking forward to the end. Okay, so this is something you guys should probably implement and get your baby girls to sit tight. Okay, back to the hair. I know I've gone quite far a little bit, so this is like a twist out method, a 3-step method, however we want to put it. I started off by twisting down, like 2 lines at the down, tiny. I sectioned it, tiny bit, not big at all. And the next step I parted out hair. You guys obviously saw when I did that, and then I braided before I started twisting out. But hear me out. Here is where the twist comes in. For each one, like after braiding, I don't just twist out the end. I divide the end into 2, and I twist out one and I twist out another. Like, that is 2 twists under one braid. Does that make any sense? Hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. Like, under one, there are always 2 twists. This is because I wanted the hair to look full. Like, initially, before I even came up with this style, before I saw an inspiration of this hairstyle, I intended on just doing twists for her because I wanted a very easy something, something that in like an hour I am done with it. That was what I wanted. Until I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna do this, so that was how I began doing this. So on each braid, on each cornrow, I twist out 2. This is one of the twists. Already, head the other one down, which I'm currently twisting out again. So that is how we are doing this. I'm going to repeat the same for this side, for this step, if that makes sense. I'll cornrow, and then twist out 2 twists on one braid. Okay, I know that's gonna take more time than it would have normally take, but just see the positive side, or see the good side, which is it will make the hair look fuller. Okay, yeah. And by the way, in case you don't know how to cornrow, I have a well-detailed video step by step on how to cornrow. I will link it down below in my description box, so do check it out. Okay, yeah, so keep on watching, guys, and I'll be right back. So now that we are done with this step, which I think is the first step or the second, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, let's just say the first step, we're going to move over to the second step. But for that, I am going to partition out this front part, which I'll be doing something to later. Okay, so I'm just going to section that out so it doesn't get in the way, and put that aside before I start working on the second part. So I started on this side. This hairstyle is very easy, trust me, and it doesn't take as much time as it looks like it will take, if that makes sense. Okay, I already did the other side. I decided to do that off camera before I came back to this side because it was looking like there was tension on her hairline. I didn't want that at all. If you know me, you know how much I am against any hairstyle that's going to tension the hairline, the edges, the front. I am always against it since I knew the effect they normally have on the front hair, since I've been trying to make sure that my daughter's edges, my daughter's front hair is intact. I'm always avoiding, all back cornrows, or any cornrows that's gonna put any strain on the edges. I'm always avoiding it. So I was trying my best to make sure that I was very gentle on the hairline. I tried. That was why at some point I just had to leave this side and I went over to the other side to work on the other side, which was kind of a little bit more easier for me to handle before I came back over to this side. But here's the thing, her head is very fragile, her edges is very fragile. So no matter how much I was trying, it was looking like there was still tension, if that makes sense. I know this is what a lot of mamas always go through. I know that I'm not alone. So all I can say is just do you. Try your best to make sure you're not applying tension. Try your best to make sure you're not dragging on the hair, especially when you're cornrowing. Dragging on the hair is what actually makes hair break, not the cornrow itself, like the way it is made. And it is always easier to cornrow the hair and be dragging it along. That is way typically how cornrows are made. But you just have to be very careful to make sure you're not dragging along the hair. You're not dragging it so well. You make sure you're braiding at the spot, you braid it at the position. I know this is very difficult. You might probably not understand what I'm trying to say, but if you're a braider, you might know what I am saying. Anyways, I am done with this step. I am done with this stage. Next, we're gonna move over to the front. So because the front part has been sitting there for a while since I started from down the first step, it has kind of dried out, which is why I am moisturizing again. Before I begin, I moisturize and then brush out. See, moisturizing is key to getting the perfect or the most healthy hair. Moisturizing is key. I cannot overemphasize it. I know I say it too much and you guys are probably tired of hearing it, but I keep on saying it so that those of you at the back will hear me. Okay, so I began already. As you guys can see, this is very basic, this is very easy, especially being the fact that the front part is a triangle shape. All you just need to do is to braid down so it's flowing by the side of her face, not directly at the front, if that makes sense. Anyway, I know that the explanation is not cutting it, so better still, watch and understand what I'm doing. Okay, it's floating downwards to the front. And also make sure you're twisting out in two, like one cornrow, two twist outs. Don't forget to do that. I mean, we want the hair to look like full. We don't want it to be scanty. That way, just one single cornrow is having two ends. Okay, so it just made the front to look full, and also is not obstructing her eyes. You guys can see that I'm braiding to the side, so it's not like covering her face or anything like that. And guys, we are done. See how beautiful, see how gorgeous this hair looks like. No, I'm not hyping it because I made it. I am hyping it because it deserves to be hyped. I mean, take a good look at the hair. Just take a good look at this. I told Adobe, you see this hair? We're going to have it on for 3 whole weeks. And that is because I style her hair. So, I obviously have to make hairstyles or content out of styling her hair. On a normal day, if not for the explanation I just give, this hairstyle would be lasting a whole month, would be lasting 4 whole weeks. I'm not kidding, because it deserves it. It's long lasting, it's doable, and it's very school friendly. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and see you all in my next one. Bye.